everybody. My name is Dr. Xiong. I'm an internal medicine physician from Dallas, Texas. Today, I would like to share a great news with everybody regarding COVID treatment. So we know COVID has been around the world for almost 2 years, and it's basically been spreading all over the world. A lot of people have died from this horrible disease, and I have treated probably tens to hundreds of COVID patients at my hospital. The problem is, other than vaccine, there's really not very great COVID medication that we're using nowadays. We have a lot of defensive measures these days, including recommending people to stay away from each other, recommending people to get vaccinated, recommending people to boost their immune system by taking vitamin C and vitamin D. But we don't really have a lot of the offensive measures, meaning if you actually got COVID, we don't really have great treatment for COVID pneumonia. In the hospital, these days, the mainstream treatment is oxygen supplementation, steroid, remdesivir, and tocilizumab. So the result is definitely much better than when we first encountered COVID back in March 2020. However, we certainly want to see if we can have more improvement of COVID treatment. So obviously, vaccine is still the number one thing that we can do to help reduce COVID. But we know there's a lot of resistance of vaccine these days. People are worried about the safety of the vaccine, and also there still could be breakthrough infection even with people who are vaccinated. So could there be a drug that we can take that can help us counter the spread of COVID? I think we may have some answer right now. So there are two drugs that's being developed by two different companies. One is called Molnupiravir. This drug is developed by Merck. Another one is called Ritonavir. Ritonavir is being developed by Pfizer. So both of those drugs are very successful based on their preliminary data and their trial. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Molnupiravir has already been approved by FDA, and Pfizer's Ritonavir is, I think they are trying to push FDA to accelerate their approval. So both of those drugs have very impressive data. So first, for Merck's Molnupiravir, so they decreased, with early use of this medication, they decreased COVID hospitalization and death by 50%. That is pretty amazing. And this is a pill that you can take by mouth. Same with Pfizer's Ritonavir. Ritonavir is also a pill you can take by mouth. They reduced COVID hospitalization and death by, I think, 80%. So that is pretty convincing data. And I think both of the trials, nobody died on the branch that people were taking the actual medication. There's no mortality, which is pretty amazing. We know people want a pill to take. When COVID first started, everybody's trying to take the hydroxychloroquine, which later we found out is really kind of useless. And then people are trying to take ivermectin. Again, research has found is really useless. So we know people really want a pill to take at home because that's a lot easier and it is a lot, is a lot more affordable. So I think those two pills could potentially be a game changer in the future. I think a lot of people have heard of the medication called Regeneron, which is a monoclonal antibody, which is also a very effective drug that can be given during early COVID infection. But the problem is the Regeneron is an IV infusion. You have to basically make an appointment. You have to make sure you get insurance approval. You have to go to a dedicated infusion center and to get infusion. So it's just very complicated and it's not very accessible. If we can have a pill that people can take, then I think those pills basically become another version of Tamiflu that you can just go to your local pharmacy and pick it up, and then people are more willingly to take it during early infection, which is key for treatment of the COVID pneumonia. So I think those two medications are very, very convincing. At least their data is very, very good, in my opinion. We'll see what's going to be the next for those two drugs. I know one of them has already been approved. The other one is seeking approval. We don't know the cost of those medications yet. If the drug company can get the cost down to an affordable level and make it widely available, I think this could be the end of the COVID era. So I thank you for watching my video. I really hope you liked it. I'm really excited to share this great news with you guys. If you like my video, please like and subscribe and put your comment in the comment section. I would love to hear your feedback.